Okay, this is an unboxing of a watch I got from the Philippines. It's funny, I don't have a real watch channel, so as you might notice, I actually do a lot of videos on watches. Not that great, but it's what I got. It's a hobby, and I like to primarily show stuff that is maybe not necessarily rare and exotic. I can't afford anything like that, but at least something that's a little bit more obscure, because people don't really know about too much. Off the mainstream path, I suppose, and just give some insight into those types of watches, because I like to show something different, because there's plenty of other channels that really recirculate the same kind of content for the most part. You see one micro brand getting tossed up here, or a Seiko, or a specific one there, and then you look at your other channels and you'll probably see that same one being put up for review or unboxing, whatever, right around the same time. So I mean, it's good to have them, get some multiple perspectives, but at the same time, you know, it's like, oh, you keep seeing the same watch over. What about some other stuff that's, you know, just different? And I kind of like that. Let's see. It's from the Philippines. It's from the Top Watch. It's actually recommended to go there if you're interested in getting Seikos, and especially some of the ones that are probably least known or harder to find in some cases. And here we go. This is a different kind of box, a little bit bent, but it got shipped in a soft package as long as the watch is okay. Yeah, I've never seen one in a silver box. Something new? Maybe it's just a region. Here we go. Is there a warranty card? Yep, and it is filled out on the back. I think this will be a keeper, at least for some time, but I'll see. I mean, there is one other watch I'm interested in, and if for some reason this doesn't totally grab me, I may end up selling this pretty soon, and probably make my money back since it's actually relatively new. Anyways, here we go. Oh, got rocked around. Hopefully that's not a bad sign. At least they covered it up here. Oh, you can see it's a Seiko 5. Yeah, this thing about Seikos, they come in all sorts of packaging, and of course whoever sells them might do something extra, because I don't think this is standard, wrapping it up in foam. And there you go. What do you think? I saw these lists of just a very small handful of people posting some ads that they saw of this watch online, and it's usually in a foreign language, but I think this has been dubbed the bottle cap for obvious reasons. And the last photo I saw of this particular one, the guy had put on a mesh strap, it just looked kind of cool. It looks very angular, puck shape, or bottle cap, almost in line with a tuna, right? Something like that. Very round and almost no lugs. It's very short, and it doesn't even have integrated ones. It has straight lugs, which is fine. It looks like, well, it seems like it's supposed to be solid, but if you can see down the middle, there is like a line. There is like a bit of a line that, let's see, focus. There's a bit of a line that runs right down the middle of the links. You can kind of make it out. So I suspect to fold it, though I have to say, they are. They did a. It feels pretty hefty though, considering. I mean, is it just a watch? No, even the bracelet itself. And there's no screw down crown, and you know what, I'm curious, I don't think any Seiko 5 has a screw down crown. The winding's okay, it's not, like I feel like it's a little looser, and then some parts of it feels a little bit more rigid. But this is NH, 4R, what is it, 36 movement, I believe is in here. Yep. 4R36A. Let's see back here. And yeah, I think they said this is a 44 millimeter. Crappy ruler, but it should give me a good gauge on what this is. Let's see, I put it at 40. Yep, it's about, I have to take my calipers to make sure, but it was advertised as a 44. 1, 2, 3. I think it's a little bit smaller than that. It looks to me, from what I can tell, closer to a, maybe the bottom is actually, you can see it kind of fans out on the bottom. I believe the bottom might be 44, but the top, if I'm measuring the bezel, is actually more like 42, I think. Let's see. Oh. Hear that? I mean, it's not really much play. I mean, there's a little bit, but I mean, not really. It really holds where it's supposed to, and I think it's aligned pretty good. I think. Should be. Let me just go around again. Pretty good. And let's see, I don't think I have enough light here. I don't think my monitor will be enough to charge this. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, it does have Luma Bright, as you can see in there, sort of. That's good. And let's see here, it should hack as a 4R36 should. Wind it up, everything looks like it's basically aligned. Just switched over to Saturday, Sunday, so I'm gonna set the time in a moment. Let's set it advance. You know, this is my first Seiko 5, and so let's see. I always forget. I think this goes the date, yeah. So today is the 9th, so I'm going to go to the 8th. I'm going to hack it right on the seconds here. Okay, and let's advance it to Monday. Today, And right now it's 144 going on 145. There. Let me eight, 9 mark. We'll see how this does, if it's fast or slow. I should check if it's magnetized, which it can get. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Let's quickly try it on the wrist. Watch of the day. And let's see here. Nothing fancy, just a typical fold-out clasp, stamped. I really don't care. I mean, yeah, it should be nice to be solid, but you can always upgrade that later. But as it is, it's pretty good. I think it's supposed to be almost a 13, but the way the case is designed and it sinks into the wrist a bit, you lose a couple of millimeters maybe, depending on if you're like this or if you're like that. Of course, it's going to pop it off. But I think it's a nice, clean, industrial look. And because this is almost like a perfect round, it's just a little bit more than supposedly the 44. My guess is the leg to lug is probably a 48 or so, 47 or 48. So yeah, I think this do nicely. They have one that has a blue bezel, which is nice, but then I'm kind of wary about having colored bezels. Like when the metal is blue anodized, it's like maybe a little too much. If it's just the bezel itself, yeah. But I don't think this looks like it's one piece, so I don't think you can necessarily get a separate bezel insert in there. At least I'm not seeing any division in the bezel from the bezel edge here. It looks like it's all one piece. This is pretty cool. I like the clean look of this. Yeah, and it's actually thinner. You see this bezel? It's thinner than your typical Seiko bezel, I believe, which is a little bit thicker, like on the SKXs and probably on the Sumos and Turtles and whatnot. It's not as thin going around. It's just a little bit wider, I guess, on those. I don't know. It's just because the numbers look smaller to me overall, and that's a pretty good indication that they probably are. This is probably smaller than some of those other divers. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. It would have been good if they had loomed the pip here. Technically, I could probably fix that myself with a little bit of loom paint that I have, but it's not a big deal. I do like the clean look overall anyways. I'll probably do a review on this later once I've had a chance to wear it for a little bit, see how it does. And that's the first look at this. Thanks.